National Football League. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Dolphins and the Commanders coming up next.
It's a pretty frigid December day in our nation's capital. We got our space heaters on full blast up in the booth at FedEx Field. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Washington Commanders. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about this Commanders team coming into play here today.
Now, they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins, the calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13.
Braxton Berrios now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense.
Leading them out, someone who's shown flashes of promise each of his first 2 seasons. Out of Western Kentucky, it's Mike White.
This is what this man was born for, the big spotlight on the national stage like this. Really, his entire career, he's demonstrated incredible poise, no matter what type of situation his team was in. No situation is too big for him, and you can tell in the way that he takes the field. His self-belief is evident, and he gets the job done, in his mind, each and every time.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd down and 7. Again, it's Achane. And he can muster only a couple here to the 24. You talk about this Washington defense.
They find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play there for Miami. 63 yards.
I guess we got a good idea about what the game plan is for attacking this secondary. No beating around the bush with this crew. His first throw of the game is a deep shot, and it connects. That's a tendency breaker right there because normally you build up to the big shot, but not in this case.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. White. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins.
River Craycraft,
his first touchdown on the year.
And the Dolphins get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Well, they spoke about the importance of getting off to a good start, and they're on their first drive, Charles, into the end zone for the touchdown.
And what an advantage for them. They're already clicking one drive in, didn't need to wait to get up to full speed. We had heard about the extra time they put in with each other, trying to learn each other's skills, what they like, the whole deal, and it paid off early in this one. I would expect them to keep firing on the next drive and keep that connection going.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Commanders set to go to work on offense, and they've handed the controls to this man in his 2nd NFL season, former Tar Heel Sam Howell.
And he left North Carolina with most of his school's records, and at one point was thought to be maybe the #1 quarterback in his draft class. He does bring deceptive athleticism and plenty of upside to the table. Add some consistency, and maybe he can really unlock what he can be in the NFL.
And he fends him off. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Here's Howell.
It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They'll come up now 3rd and 9. Throwing here, Howell.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on third down. And you make the home crowd go, shh.
There is a hush indeed.
So on fourth down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. Braxton Berrios deep for Miami.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Fielded at the 43. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. In motion right is Wilson.
And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Running right, here's Achane.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Wide off play action. Out route to Hill, complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. Now White. Little short pass here to Hill. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Now White. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. Touchdown! A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Dolphins lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bulling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now 14-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2.
They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down.
Howell out of the shotgun.
And a dump off here to Robinson. Wiggles free. And he'll be out right at the 35. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
First carry of the game for Brian Robinson.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
It's a pickup of 12 and a Commanders first down.
So you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that
the Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down.
Jalen Phillips able to record his 5th sack of the season. When you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, Sacks are better than giving up an interception, but where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
Now Howell. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Howell from the gun.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a fourth down. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's White. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
2nd and 6.
To throw, White. And he'll get this into the hands of Braxton Berrios. First target, first catch, and a first down. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Now a 2nd and 2. Play action. Here's White.
Catch made right side by Wilson. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
Third down, White. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington 16.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
White looks to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Hill. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that'll bring up 2nd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The way he's been slinging it in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that third, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
That was the kind of play that this defense needed, because it has not been a good half for them on that side of the football. Maybe they can use that one to regroup a little bit and start to play a little bit better.
So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Sanders is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A great pickup there, 35 yards, and obviously the first down to go along with it.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Short throw here to the tight end Bates. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And Howe will throw it. Short throw here to the tight end Bates. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 23. 12 yards there as they move the chains. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down. And once more, Howell back to the air. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And they'll get this down to the 10. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. Back to throw, Howell. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Howell, he'll look to throw it. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Howell, 3rd and goal. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. From the right hash here. Should be an easy one. Sly able to put this one through. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
The Dolphins taking over now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
White's throw here going to be caught by Wilson.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now.
Here's White.
That is caught.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. And a throw right sideline is complete. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, he left no doubt about that one because even though he hasn't left the pocket, he's got a receiver in the area, so it's not grounding, even though there's no way that ball was going to be caught.
And he missed it. It's no good, and this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one for 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end.
So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top.
As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things definitely getting interesting around the NFL as we begin the month of December. So let's get right to it. We'll get started over at the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans. And it's the Lions who hold on to the lead in that one. The Lions trying to gut this one out as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Next, we'll take the trip north to the Steel City to check on the Steelers at home in Pittsburgh. And they've got the lead over the visiting Arizona Cardinals. A touchdown run for Najee Harris. Lastly, we head to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough to check on the Patriots. As you can see, the score there in the 2nd quarter. The Chargers trying to finish that one off and claim victory. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break, but I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
17-3 the score as we resume action for the 2nd half on EA Sports.
Taken at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Commanders up first on offense as we begin this 3rd quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well and they've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Here's 2nd and 10. On the counter, this is Robinson. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Well, there's an example of patience being rewarded. Ran the ball on 1st down and got stuffed. Most people would scream, throw the ball here. In this situation, they stayed with their roots, stayed with running the football, and they got rewarded.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. On 1st and 10, White. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
First down, Howell to throw. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
They started this drive backed up against the wall by the turnover, but I love their fight. Planted their feet and forced the incompletion on 1st down.
2nd down and a run by Robinson.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Throwing here, Howell.
And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Sly able to put this one through. So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball into the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Miami's offense set and ready to go. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. 2nd down, it's White.
His throw incomplete.
He is just not at his focus in this game. It's not 1 drop. It's not 2. That's 3 for this contest.
Yeah, uncharacteristic for any NFL receiver, and he's no exception. White on 3rd and long. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down.
And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Now it's Crowder. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense set to take over.
And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the 1st down carry.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Across midfield.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
15 yards the pickup. 1st down, Washington. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Off play action. It's Howell. And he will find his man Samuel. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. Now Howell. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Commanders are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field job.
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, you know, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
Only a yard on the gain there as time will run out on this 3rd quarter of play. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
In motion right, that's Wilson.
There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the 1st there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
A nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. And the Washington offense heading out. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. They'll get this up to about the 44. From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd and 7. Howell. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And McLaurin going to pick up a Commanders 1st down as he's across midfield to the 48. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Now a 2nd and 6. Robinson with another carry. And he'll get this down close to a 1st down at about the Dolphins' 38. 56 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Here's Howell. Short throw here to the tight end Bates.
So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the 1st before he's brought down. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
Well, with his size, you've really got to wrap up because arm tackles, they're not going to cut it. And that time, he used his full-grown man strength to fight off his defender and pick up the 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Howell down to throw it.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Howell's got this one to Robinson. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling him almost on the spot.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
A Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another 1st down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. White looks to throw. He's got a man, complete. And he will be taken down, but a big play there as it comes just as we reach the 2-minute warning. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he is going to have a Miami first down, and the Dolphins are going to win the football game. Ahmed going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout
as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further.
The Commanders defense looking for a stop here. It's 3rd and goal.
From the shotgun, here's White. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Sanders on for the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. So here we go now with Howell and the Commanders.
Down by 12. A little over a minute to go. A 4th straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got it with a first down.
Short throw here to the tight end Bates.
And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Bates. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Howell to throw.
Got an open man. It's Pringle. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So still a little over 40 seconds to go. Time enough to put a drive together if they can get this onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Dolphins offense returning to the field.
And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. Victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one.
What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when